as buses also provide mobility for commuters. And lastly, further road transportation continues to improve with better leveraging and transport management systems. For example, smart traffic systems and modern highways help improve traffic flow and transportation efficiency. Next, I will explain the key characteristics of road transportation. The first characteristic is extensive network coverage. This means road transportation has a large network of roads, highways, roads, and expressways that connect many places such as cities, towns, industrial areas, and residential areas. Because of this network, people and goods can move more easily and quickly from one place to another place. For example, the North-South Expressway connects major states in Peninsular Malaysia and helps reduce travel time. The second characteristic is cost effectiveness. This means road transportation is cheaper and more practical, especially for short distance transportation. Many businesses prefer road transport because it helps reduce transportation costs. For example, courier companies like TPT and DHL use vans and trucks to deliver parcels within cities because it is more economical compared to air transport. Next is accessibility. This means road transportation can easily reach many places because roads are normal in most urban and rural areas. It allows people to travel to schools, hospitals, shopping malls, workplaces, and residential areas more conveniently. For example, buses and taxis can enter villages and housing areas to provide transport services for local communities. Such that road transportation also provides connectivity. This means it connects passengers and goods from one location to another smoothly. It also connects transport hubs such as airports, ports, railway stations, and bus terminals to final destinations. For example, lorries transport goods from ports to warehouses, while buses and taxis help passengers travel from airports to hotels or city centers. Lastly, road transportation offers mobility and convenience. This means people can travel more freely according to their own schedules without depending completely on fixed timetables. And it gives more flexibility for work, education, shopping, and tourism activities. For example, many workers and students use private vehicles and motorcycles mainly because it saves time and makes traveling easy. Next, I will explain the advantages and disadvantages of road transportation. One of the main advantages of road transportation is flexibility. This means passengers can travel directly to many places without depending on fixed routes or schedules. People and goods can be transported according to users' needs. For example, delivery trucks can send goods directly from factories to supermarkets, while buses and taxis can bring passengers directly to their destinations. Another advantage is door-to-door delivery service. This means products can be delivered directly from suppliers to customers without changing transport system. It helps save time and makes delivery more efficient. For example, carrier companies such as DHL and GNT Express use road transportation to deliver parcels directly to customers' houses. Besides that, road transportation also provides accessibility. Roads are available in both urban and rural areas that make transportation easier for communities. People can travel more easily for work, education, business, and daily activities. For example, the North-South Expressway connects major cities and states in Malaysia and helps reduce travel time. However, road transportation also has some disadvantages. One of the main disadvantages is traffic congestion, especially in busy urban areas. Heavy traffic can cause delays, increase travel time, and reduce transportation efficiency. For example, traffic congestion often happens in Kuala Lumpur during peak hours when many people travel to work. Another disadvantage is that road transportation is affected by weather conditions such as heavy rain, floods, and fog. Bad weather can reduce visibility and increase the risk of accidents. For example, roads in the east coast of Malaysia can cause more collisions and disrupt transportation activities. Lastly, road transportation also causes air and noise pollution. Vehicle emissions release harmful gases that affect the environment and public health. Traffic noise can also disturb people living near roads and highways. For example, busy urban areas like Kuala Lumpur often experience air and noise pollution because of the high number of vehicles on the road. Next, I will explain the infrastructure and network of road transportation. Infrastructure and road networks are very important because they have ensured the smooth movement of created to reduce road accidents and improve the safety of riders, passengers, and pedestrians. Governments introduced rules such as seat belt use, helmet, laws, speed limits, and road safety campaigns to ensure road users follow traffic regulations. For example, in Malaysia, TPT and the police enforce traffic laws to improve road safety and reduce accidents. Next is traffic management policies. These policies help control traffic flow and reduce congestion, especially in busy urban areas. The government uses systems such as smart traffic lights, bus lanes, and traffic monitoring systems to improve transportation efficiency. For example, dedicated bus lanes and smart traffic lights in Kuala Lumpur help reduce traffic congestion during peak hours. Besides that, there are environmental policies. These policies are designed to reduce air pollution and environmental damage caused by vehicles. Governments encourage the use of environmentally friendly transportation such as electric vehicles or EVs and public transport. For example, vehicle emissions standards help reduce harmful gases released into the air. So another policy is road and infrastructure maintenance policies. These policies focus on the construction, upgrading, and maintenance of roads and highways to ensure transportation remains safe and efficient. For example, the expansion and upgrading of the North-South Expressway help improve transportation efficiency in Malaysia. And lastly, public transport policy encourages people to use public transportation to reduce traffic congestion and pollution. Governments improve facilities and integrate transport systems such as buses and railways to make public transport more accessible. And for example, rapid KL provides public transport services that help reduce the number of private vehicles on the road. Next, I will explain the issues and challenges of transportation in South Korea. One of the major issues is traffic congestion, especially in busy cities such as Seoul. Heavy traffic can cause delays, increase travel time, and reduce transportation efficiency. It also causes stress over users and increases fuel consumption. For example, severe traffic congestion often happens in the Gangnam area because of the high number of vehicles and commercial activities. Another issue is accidents. Accidents can happen because of speeding, driver negligence, instructions on traffic, and heavy traffic conditions. These accidents may cause injuries, loss of life, vehicle damage, and traffic disruption. For example, traffic accidents often occur on highways and busy roads in Seoul due to high-speed vehicle movement. Besides that, air pollution is also a major issue in South Korea's transportation systems. Vehicles such as cars, buses, motorcycles, and trucks release harmful gases into the air which affect air quality and public health. For example, areas with high traffic in Seoul often experience air pollution because of the large number of vehicles on the road every day. Next, one of the major challenges is reducing traffic congestion in busy cities. The South Korean government has introduced smart traffic systems and improved public transportation services to reduce the number of private vehicles on the road. For example, smart traffic systems in Seoul help improve traffic flow during peak hours. Another challenge is infrastructure maintenance. Roads and highways require continuous repairs and upgrades due to heavy usage and bad conditions. Poor road conditions to increase accident rates and reduce transportation efficiency. For example, major roads and highways in Malaysia require regular maintenance because of high transportation activity. Last but not least, reducing noise pollution is also an important challenge. Heavy traffic can produce high noise levels that disturb nearby residents and affect public health. For example, noise pollution is often a problem near many highways in Gangseo district because of the constant movement of vehicles. Next, I will explain the stakeholders involved in road transportation. The first stakeholders are government agencies. These agencies are responsible for managing and regulating the transportation systems. They guide transportation policies, enforce traffic laws, and improve road safety. For example, the Ministry of Transport Malaysia and TPT help maintain roads and enforce traffic regulations to reduce accidents. Next are transport operators. These are companies that provide transportation services for passengers and goods. They help ensure transportation systems are efficient, accessible, and convenient for the public. For example, Rapid KL provides public bus services or Grab offers e-hailing transportation through mobile application. Besides that, passengers or consumers are also important stakeholders because they are the users of transportation services. This includes students, workers, tourists, and daily commuters who use transportation for work, education, and daily activities. Passengers also need to follow traffic and safety regulations to ensure safe travel. Another stakeholder is environmental groups. These organizations focus on protecting the environment from pollution caused by transportation activities. They encourage eco-friendly transportation such as electric vehicles and public transport to reduce carbon emissions. For example, WWF supports environmental awareness campaigns related to sustainable transportation. Lastly, community organizations also play an important role in improving transportation safety within communities. These organizations help increase public awareness about road safety through campaigns and educational programs. For example, local road safety campaigns educate people about traffic rules, safe driving practices, and accident prevention. For this case study, I chose the OPSI bus cases which involve university students and gave a major impact on transportation safety. This incident shows how important safe and efficient transportation management is, especially for student buses. In these cases, several transportation components were involved, such as the bus, drivers, roads, weather conditions, and passengers. For example, if the driver is neglected or the buses is not properly maintained, the risk of accidents will increase. There are also several stakeholders involved, including the university, buses companies, drivers, students, GPG, and the police. Each party has its own responsibility to ensure transportation safety. For example, bus companies must carry out regular maintenance to make it ensure no complaints. One of the issues cited in this tragedy is transportation safety. For bus maintenance, travel negligence and road transportation and road conditions can all contribute to accidents. Besides that, changes such as temperature and overcrowded buses may also affect transportation effectiveness. This tragedy also affects the efficiency and effectiveness of transportation because students may lose confidence in using buses and university operations can be disrupted. As a recommendation, the government can introduce modern road safety barriers like those in South Korea. These barriers are made from flexible and impact-resistant materials with rotating cylinders that help absorb impact during accidents. For example, when a vehicle crashes into the barrier, the rotating cylinder helps reduce the force of impact and redirects the vehicle that makes it safer compared to normal steel barriers.